Proper riff.
What was that riff again?
Dum dum doo doodle dum dum.
What? Humpty Dumpty
Humpty
sat on the
Dumpty.
wall.
That's
Humpty
the one,
Dumpty
yeah,
had a
exactly
great
the
fall.
one. That is the one. It's Sweet Home Alabama, isn't it, you twat?
Is that Sweet Alabama brackets, you twat?
No, it's
12-inch
one word.
remix.
It's just one sentence.
Anyway, listen, are you wearing, you got your wrapper gold on? Is that because
Oh,
you're not?
right. No, I've had me glasses hanging off it.
Well, so you need like 3 tons of gold to support the weight of the glasses.
It just...
I like it, I like the look.
It's good. No, I don't like the look of that. It feels like you're showing your piece of gold off.
You look like you're blinging it up for the video.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you got your Bentley walnuts.
Yes, I
so
have.
you've got to get a bit of gold on show, Doug.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus,
That's a nice figured maple, that is. It doesn't shout at you in the mouth.
Cheer.
It doesn't smack you in the mouth, but it's got nice figuring. It'll come out nice with a bit of.
What? In all seriousness, in all seriousness,
yeah.
What is that again, Doug? Please.
It's maple.
Yeah.
It's a Telecaster.
No, you said something
It's
else.
figured maple.
Figured maple.
Well, yeah, it's tiger stripe, but it's only slightly. It's about as figured as your Telecaster,
Which one?
the one that you use all
the time? No, it's nothing like mine. Mine isn't tiger stripes. Mine's bird's eye.
Is it bird's eye?
Yeah, well, because I question.
Well, it's similar. It's a similar amount of patterning as yours.
Yeah. So
It isn't heavy, because you can get it
pardon
really
me.
super figured,
need a bucket.
and it's not much difference in price. And I just think sometimes it looks out of place.
Price to me or the customer, the general public?
No, I just think it looks out of place sometimes when you got so much figuring.
Oh, it can look a bit.
It looks a bit fairgroundy sometimes.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's like somebody's decided to do a print of maple,
That's
bird's eye
right,
maple,
yeah,
and
yeah.
exaggerated it.
Yeah.
What's this little lovely stripe you've got?
Oh, what's that?
Well, can you see it?
What, the mask?
No. See how you got your maple? Then
Yeah, you got your maple. Oh, you've got your stripe
There you
there.
go. You spotted it. Yeah.
Pau Ferro.
Who? What's his name?
Pau Ferro.
Pau Ferro.
P-A-U Ferro.
Pau Ferro. Yeah. Okay. So it's decorative reasons. Yeah. So it's very nice.
It's nice, isn't it? It goes
Is
all the
that,
way through.
So obviously it's 2 chunks of wood, is it? Glued together.
No, it was one piece of wood.
So you just cut a channel and then just slapped it?
No, I've cut it in half.
Okay, so it's 2 fucking pieces of wood
It
then.
started out as one,
you
though.
Turd. You can't say it's one. No, it's 1 piece of wood.
It is one
But I
piece of
cut it
wood.
in half and then glued it back
I
together.
did exactly what I did. It's one piece of wood. I
Very
cut
good.
it down the middle.
I thought you might have. Yeah.
Planed it, obviously.
Ambassador, you spoil us. Yes.
I know.
It does look very nice. Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
What made you put that in? Just
no,
a
that's
nice
what
change?
the customer asked for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who was the customer?
Um,
Jeff Beck, Clapton.
It's the same, yeah.
This is quite tasteful.
Aldine.
Oh yeah. Oh. What's a tasteful man, Al is.
Yeah. Well, he had that bass off me last year, didn't he?
I like that. What colour? What kind of finish is he going to go for?
It's going to be honey.
Look, Doug, this is a video. It's public, please.
You know what honey
Keep your
looks
pet
like?
name.
Let's fuck off. You know what honey looks like? You've seen the jars when you were walking around the supermarket or when you're getting your jam. So there's going to be honey, and it's going to be brown birds.
Okay, sweet cheeks. Honey,
It's got the big cut out because he's slowly growing a belly like mine. He doesn't think he's fat.
God forbid I ever need one of them.
Yes, well you've got one anyway, haven't you? So there you go. So he's had all the bollocks. He's having
It's all the bollocks.
I can't remember the name. I think it's Monty or somebody's pickups.
Alan's.
Anyway, he's got some of this. He's got the bullshit pickup coming.
Bullshit pickup.
Yeah, well, it's nice, good pickup.
Bare knuckle.
No, there's bare knuckle going on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the customer's choice of pickups. He's bringing his own.
Mystery. A mystery man, eh?
So it's a mystery what pickups are going on this.
Is he going to pull up in like a black...
It's a mystery.
a black limousine with black windows? And
Yeah.
pull out a black box?
Yeah.
And walk in?
Yes. Have you seen them Toya videos? Toya and...
What? Oh God, she's...
they're good fun. They're
interesting.
really good.
Well, she's obviously crazy.
Yes, well, she's always been crazy, hasn't she? They're good, Robert Fripp.
I believed he was a bit of a miserable bugger, because I kind of know somebody who knows him.
He is a miserable bugger.
He's a bit like, it's like not a lot of fun, but he looks really cheerful and fun.
Well, yeah.
I mean, she must be about 60 odd now, and she's like
60
a bowl.
odd, yeah.
Looks like a bowl of fun, doesn't she?
She's great fun, isn't she?
She'd either get on your tits full time,
Yeah.
or like you either. Well, been married for years, haven't they? So obviously they get on.
They've been together for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Certainly a bundle of energy.
I think they're really good. I think the videos are great. You know, I mean, they're not taking themselves seriously and they're good fun.
Yeah.
But they've taken off so well that they've started charging if you want to watch the videos.
Which
you can't blame them, but...
well, fair enough, but it's not like he needs the money, he'll be a multi-millionaire.
That's right.
But then again, it doesn't mean...
Doesn't mean you always want another fiver.
It doesn't mean that
you skyrocket.
Doesn't mean you've got to give your stuff away for free, does it?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm in love with your new worktop. This is not. You've gone from a tramp's worktop.
What do you mean,
finish.
a tramp's worktop?
We've gone from a tramp's look to a multi-millionaire penthouse suite workshop look.
Yes.
Have you done this knowing I was coming round?
£5 from Aldi. It's a yoga mat and it's double thickness. It's brilliant value. Absolutely brilliant value.
Why don't you just cut it so it's exactly the right width?
I don't want to. I might want to go yoga with it.
You know what? It's never. Yeah. The only thing this could be used for is to wrap your body up.
It's all right fixed anyway. It's over hanging a little tiny bit.
Yeah. I'm going to need a translator.
And when I pull it over here,
yeah, it covers
fits.
That. Yeah.
So it takes where it fudges.
I've noticed, you mumble like a mumbling mother so much.
What's all this swearing you're doing?
I know. I've just been I've been discussing work stuff, and life in general.
There's Aldine's neck. Fingerboard on, frets just installed, just as you heard me knocking and banging when you were talking.
What are those? What's the spec of the frets, Doug? I'm a big fret man now.
2.7.
2.7 by
1.4.
Excellent. Has he gone for? They weren't stainless, were they? They were just regular.
No, he hasn't gone for the stainless. Yeah. He's gone for nice big chunky frets.
Do you like stainless frets?
No.
Why don't you like them? Just out of curiosity. I've never tried it. I've never played them, but
because I'd rather not wear my strings out and have lumps in my strings all the way.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because they're tougher than the strings, or they're as tough as the strings. So what's wearing out? It's only a matter of choice. I fit them for people, and they seem fine.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just not my choice. Everyone has different opinions of things.
It's just those two guitars you refretted for me not long ago. I was thinking about bringing them back and having stainless steel frets.
Opinions are just like ourselves. Everybody's got one.
I cannot tolerate such bad language.
Okay.
On these videos, Douglas.
All right.
Yeah.
This time, did we see this last time?
Well,
shut up, your face, you girl. Put the strings on now. I'm thinking of tuning it soon.
Well, that's the Macaferri. Oh, you've got the things. Look. Move these things to one side. So
Things. I shall slightly, gently to one side. Yes, I've got the machines are lovely. They've been made for me in France.
Don't tell me. What was his name again? Fenton.
Yeah, Fenton.
No, Fenton put you onto this.
He did.
Contacted me. I gave you.
That's right.
And it was some guy in France.
That's
called,
right. Jean, and he's done them.
Well, I'll tell you what, they look very nice. They do.
The perfect fit. They work.
Finished filming them.
Well, I'm just turning it over so I can see both sides.
Let me go close up, because I tell you one thing.
There's a mess there.
I tell you one thing. This is really quite nice.
Yes, they're beautifully made.
Obviously, he's probably aged them a little bit, so they look aged.
But the insides are working beautifully.
They're like shiny.
Yeah, they work beautifully. The beautiful machine has smack.
Clumsy.
But it sounds nice, doesn't it? It sounds good.
Not bad. What's it called? The tailpiece. What's it called technically?
It's called a bridge.
What's that on the front there, Doug?
Edge binding.
No. It's just a mark. You're going to have to respray it again.
It's the there. It just needs polishing out. It isn't finished yet.
Good. It isn't finished.
I've but that's the first time that's been played on a Macaferri. Slightly wider.
Is that an original composition, or are you trying to play something that's been heard
It's
before?
something I made myself, made up myself. Idiot.
How offensive. Let me ask you something.
Go on.
If you were to do a gig shortly,
Yeah.
as the lockdown things
Don't
were
call me
relaxed,
shortly.
Yeah. What's the song? What song would you play? Your first song?
First song when we would start up
Your
again.
first gig. What are you going to play?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Well then, hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's about all I can remember. Those. Summer night and the deep down, the smoke rolling over the sand. That one.
There you go then.
Yeah. That's got a lovely tone, this.
Yeah, it does sound quite nice.
Good lungs to stay.
I like that bridge. It's really
It's nice.
sort of gentleman's pencil moustache.
It is a genitals moustache.
A genitals moustache.
Yep.
And is that tailpiece? That is
Original.
The original one, yeah.
Yeah. Everything's the original one, apart from the stuff that isn't the original one.
Because
I kept all the sides. I've kept as much of the edge binding as I could.
the machine heads kind of match up, same patina as the tailpiece.
Yes, they would. I sent him a pic. I had one side, you see,
Did you
of
send
the
him
machine head, so I sent him the pickies. It's a marvellous thing is this internet. He makes them. He makes these guitars. He makes Maccaferris.
So, have you got the original 1/2 still?
Yes.
Well, why don't you sell them or something, or just are you gonna?
These, I'm keeping them with this instrument.
What was like part of the history of it? Sort of,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get them for you. I'll show you. They're only here.
Sorry?
They're only here.
I was just mumbling. I just
Got the
can't-
original case, look.
Yeah, we've seen that a million times.
And we've got
The original table.
original things. Got the original front
Call it a table, don't you?
table, yeah.
Yeah.
All front. A lot of people say what you mean when you say table, so I've tended to change
That's,
the word into what people understand
I've
better.
heard some videos about guitars from Americans, and they say like it's mahogany with a maple cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I can't remember what the wood is again now.
What's your name?
I don't know.
My name is Doug.
Yeah. So there's the original ones. So if I clean them up a bit, they'll be
Yeah.
them.
Shame he didn't. I thought he would have asked for them, maybe saying send us the originals.
I've got the originals.
No, I wonder if they would have been of any use to him.
Oh, see. But these don't work anywhere near as well as them.
Yeah.
But there they are, and I keep them with.
And that's the sort
And
of
that's what somebody replaced them with.
yeah, which is probably what they had at the time.
Achoo! Yeah. Well, these things were worth nothing at one time.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, it just needs a final polish.
Oh,
I can just see them
final
there.
polish.
Final polish. There.
The 20th final
Come on.
polish.
Well, yes. It's a slow process. It's nitro. Everything I've taken off is still in there.
I think you're developing your own language.
I think so as well.
You're either on heavy drugs, you're pissed, or you just decided to start a new language based roughly on the English base language.
No, I think it's got something to do with losing my mind.
Probably. Is that because I'm here?
It's because of all the blackers. I know I've got a constant runny nose. That's the piss pills.
You've already said this before.
Yeah. But anyway, it's done.
Very nice, very nice.
The thing he sent me, which weren't on the original this model, were these. They were on loads of the models. Little them.
What do you mean little them? Is that the technical?
Can you? Yeah, little them.
Have you got any thems?
That's right.
It's like the 4 candles.
It is. But that one's come out. It's just come
Have you
adrift.
got any O's?
There you go. That's back in. But they're unnecessary, really. But I mean, they are nice, and they make it. They keep the tuners level, which is.
Yeah, but you don't really want to be like jamming them in with a crowbar,
No,
do you?
I'm not crowbarring them. I'm just
That's
pushing
very
them in. Don't be ridiculous. I'm pushing them in with my thumb, but that holds them onto the edge. You
You
see.
just happen to need a crowbar.
Yes,
at the same time.
it's not a crowbar, is it?
Let's call it a crowbar.
Okay.
It's a crowbar to me to
I've got a crowbar somewhere I could stove your head in with if you keep on.
You know
It's up
what?
there.
As I'm getting older, did I mention it's my birthday tomorrow?
What?
I'm hoping somebody will do that to me one day. The way life's going.
It's your birthday tomorrow, is
Yeah.
it? Let's see if I can wish you happy birthday on Facebook.
54. I'm either 44 or 54, I can't remember.
It might be 64.
But I know it is 54 stone.
I've lost stone since
I thought you put 3 on
I
then.
put 2 stone on.
So you're back to 1 stone. Okay.
I'm just 1 stone over now.
So you're 1 stone overweight.
Yeah.
I reckon I might jump on my scale page. I reckon I'm going to be a good stone overweight. I never felt so fat.
Well, I am a stone overweight and I haven't felt so fat as this, and I've been much heavier than this in the past.
Thing is though, if you're supposed to like sort of be socialising a bit more in the near future, and even summer, I mean,
moving around helps them.
Well, I've got to get my gut down so I can wear my shirts nicely. Otherwise, I just look like a great big fat pig walking around with his shirt hanging out.
Well, you are a big fat pig.
No, I'm reasonably slim. It's just my gut. I mean, I cycle every day. Apart from like just a little bit of flab here and there, I'm not really overweight. If I took my gut down a bit, I'd look reasonably okay. It's when I start getting all the love letters and the offers of marriage on the video comments again, you know, I'll lose a bit of weight.
So what's your website? waltermitty.com.
Yeah. Well,
so there's things afoot. Things are getting done.
There's things afoot. Well, I will say, based on your Facebook post of possibly having a couple of gigs, you do seem a lot more cheerful today.
It isn't just that that's cheered me up. It's just the fact that it's coming to an end.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're coming to an end. I'm fed up of reading conspiracy theories about everything.
Bench grinder.
Bench grinder. Well, as you occasionally use it,
I
it
tell you
comes
what.
in handy when you want it. It's handy when it's there.
Not a bad name for a band. Bench grinder.
Bench grinder is a good name for a band.
It'd have to be a
Goliath would be a good name for a band.
I don't know.
Susan came up with a good name
That
for a
doesn't
band
it?
years ago. Randy Napkins.
Randy Napkins. Pop band.
Yeah.
Yeah. No easy feat coming up with the name of a band.
No, it isn't, because I think a lot of the times a lot of big bands don't make it who are phenomenal because they've got a shit name, and I believe that. It's like a lot of films don't really get into the public zeitgeist, as it were, but if they've got a bad name.
Yeah, the name.
Like Steel Magnolias, for instance.
The name can affect.
Steel Magnolias was a terrible name for all them. That woman-y film, it was Julia Roberts and all that, wasn't it? And I thought that was an awful name, and it didn't want to attract me to want to go see the movie. So I didn't.
Well, don't forget, sometimes the movie people and record companies change names per territory. So in America it's called Fiddle Diddle, in England it's called Hurrah Hurrah, for example. See, there you go. I should be working as a record company executive, Doug.
Who's that Jack bloke who was in film with Tony Curtis? Something like
Jack?
It? Jack.
Tony Curtis?
Tony Curtis in Something Like It Up with Marilyn Monroe. There was Jack, what's his name?
Not Palance.
No, he's stupid.
I only know Jack Palance.
Oh, he's stupid.
Well,
stupid person.
I am very stupid. I'm very stupid in the knowledgeable area of 1960s film personnel and actor names.
But he was in a film that got a dreadful name.
Can I point something out though?
I can't remember.
You're no better than me. I think.
Did I ever say I was?
No, you're looking down your nose like I'm an idiot, and yet you can't even remember it yourself.
I can't. I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't.
That was making me think of that scene with Alan Partridge where the South African guy tells him he can't do something. He says, "I would like to do this." You can't. And he went, "Don't say that. You can't. Stop it." You know what? I didn't get that for years after. You know, you can't in a South African accent.
Yeah.
Don't call me that. I was like, I literally last year I watched it and went, no, I get it.
And you wonder why I call you stupid?
No, I'm very observant about films and things.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's a term for things like that people miss.
Yes.
and then they play on words, and then people get them like years or months later. I forget what the term is. It's like there's that character in a Mrs. Beatty. Yeah, Mrs. Beatty, played by that Jewish actress, dark hair, curly dark hair. What's her name?
Barbara Streisand?
No, she's English.
The old woman?
No, she's a bit old now. Quite slim, dark hair. She played...
Maureen Lipman?
Maureen Lipman, yeah. So she was in a long-running series for British Telecom, and she was called Beatty.
Oh, she was?
Beatty, yeah. I missed that. That's what I mean. There's a term for that kind of thing. The use of cleverly associated words. Yeah, that you can easily miss if you're a bit slow that day.
Well, I've got it finally just.
You've got what finally just?
BT Telecom.
You are now on BT, are you?
For God's sake.
Oh, fuck you, Doug. Listen, I'm getting a bit tired as well. I've got you. We've got you with your new international language.
Yes.
I'm tired. I've got a headache, and we're not making much sense.
I've got to spray that bloody Rickenbacker again.
Well, nice colour, hopefully.
Why? No, I've got it. I had the colour perfect.
Oh, you did it. You did an Artex finish,
Every time I spray lacquer on it, I see little black dots. So I have to spray it again, start again. I keep sanding it down, masking it up, start again.
Little black dots.
Yeah, I've cleaned my. I've done everything I possibly can to eliminate any.
Well, you haven't. You haven't.
I thought I have. Yeah, I have now.
You thought you had.
We at the weekend we got the compressor and emptied all the fluid out of that because they build up fluid.
Yeah.
I got the filter that's in here that filters out any shit that's coming down the line.
Full clean.
Emptied all that.
Yeah,
We've changed the pipe today.
Yeah, new pipe.
New pipe.
Excellent.
Cleaned the gun out yet again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it another go. When we've finished all this and you've gone and I'm quiet in here on my own, I'm going to give it another go.
You know what the problem is, don't you? The problem is you're still using
If you walk this way and you can step over the dog without kicking it.
But you're still using that cheap paint you got off that guy from the back of a...
No!
Back of a van?
No, I'm using very expensive paint.
No, I mean, have you ruled out the paint?
Yeah, I've got very expensive paint.
No, I mean, are you using the same paint?
This is I've done this for Fasker Johnson. This is.
Is he still playing?
Yeah. He's with Tim Reed, is it?
Oh yeah.
That's his body.
Read out loud.
That body he used to knock about and bang into ceilings and everything. And I've sprayed him that, sanded it all down to the wood and rebuilt it back up.
Mind you, about Fasker's knocked about. Is that a Jazz?
Yeah.
It's knocked about Jazz would probably look great knocked about.
Yes, it did. It was great. It had a sender unit in there, and a wire that went all the way around there. It must have been the aerial, because the lead obviously would go to there. Yeah. This is the Rickenbacker.
I never seen that. Yeah.
But you see, you can't just touch in because when you put the colour back on, the lacquer has already faded the finish, so then the colour is lighter.
Yeah.
Original colour. So this time, fingers crossed, if I can finger cross, I can't cross my fingers. Fingers have stopped working.
Oh, I thought it was just arthritis. Permanently crossed fingers.
All through. And you can tell I've been working, look.
You look quite smart for you.
No, the floor, you twat.
Language, Doug, I'm not a twat. Don't mind us, Doug. Yeah.
Hey, Jess.
Better have a quick drink, and I better get going.
Yes. I think I want a cup of tea now. So that's Aldine. That's Stock, that one.
Was that his nickname?
Yeah. I've got bare knuckle pickups for it. It's having all gold fittings, same as that.
I don't know. Yeah, I do. Me and Kerry were saying this. We kind of miss Blakey's is one of those places that you just like calling in and checking the music out. And it was a nice venue. Everybody was nice in there. Martin's nice. That Dan, he's a great bar manager. Nice guy.
In the 80s and 90s, there were so many pubs to go to. I mean, on Fridays, you'd start in Newcastle. London Road Tavern, was it? and then you carry along there to the Swan. Oh no, you then yes, and you go see a band in there. Then from the Swan, you'd go down to that place on Amford Roundabout. What was that pub?
Staffordshire Knot.
Staffordshire Knot. So that was just on Fridays.
Mm.
You got a few pubs. And there's a band on every one of them.
Yeah. Even
and it was fabulous.
Yeah, I remember that. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have.
Go see 3 bands.
You'd something on a Monday. Even
something everywhere.
Even years ago, the Barflies would have been on Tuesday at somewhere like the Whitchief.
Yeah.
Wednesday, there would have been somewhere, a couple of pubs where there would be a good act on. Thursday, every night of the week, there would be a quality band on or 2 on each night of the week.
Yeah. Now what's happened? Depressing, really, isn't it? I find it really, really depressing that they've all gone. All the pubs have gone.
But it's just
all the clubs have gone and the pubs.
Yeah, it's just the internet's fucked it up. I think. Yeah. I really do think it has.
Well, smoking ban killed them off straight away. As soon as the smoking ban.
No,
I don't smoke, so I've got no axe to grind about smoking.
No, but people. Yeah, no, hang on. Smoking now is irrelevant now because people will still go out.
No, but it started the rot once they stayed in with the big telly, and and you could get the drinks for cheap. I mean, nobody realised that supermarkets were selling beer for 10p, 12 bottles. Nobody knew that, and then now they do.
Yeah.
Stop in with the nice beer. They can smoke the daft heads off at home without being told you've got to go outside in the freezing cold in the rain.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't know anybody who smokes. I can't remember seeing the last person I saw with a cigarette in the hand.
No.
It's so alien.
No, but it started the rot, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I do agree with. Yeah, but it did then. But it's now. You see, you've got to hope that if say Martin decided to start Blakey's again. I know it won't happen, but there's no reason why he shouldn't have a good crowd going in if he's got the right environment and the right acts on. Because people still want to go out, don't they?
Yeah.
Although, having said that, after a year off, like a lot of people have had, I'm beginning to question whether some people will just go, I can't be bothered.
I can't be bothered to go out now.
Yeah, they've just been programmed to.
Stopping now. Well, I think I'll just watch this.
It's a bit like when some musicians, like you always think, I'll never stop playing, and then one day they just go, well, I can't be bothered. Then again, it's a natural progression, isn't it? People stop and people start. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of level of audiences go out to gigs later on in the year. So you've got a possible gig at Woolstanton Working Men's Club.
Newcastle Workers. In November.
Is that the one going down the bank towards Nutton? No, it's not, is it? No,
it's in Crossheath.
Remind me where Crossheath is again.
It's there. It's just where that roundabout is, where that Chinese took over from Orangriepo or wherever it was called.
You mean that big sort of buffet thing?
Yeah, the buffet
island.
Yeah.
It's called. Yeah, it's near to there. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Isn't it just before then? Go down that street down there on the left.
That's right. Yeah. Was that called Woolstanton Working Men's Club?
I think it was King Street Club first.
It's not really Woolstanton, is it? That?
No, it's
more
not Woolstanton. It's Newcastle.
Newcastle.
It's Crossheath there. Yeah. Anyway.
So will you be playing inside? Oh no, it's a big venue, so maybe it'd be half capacity or something like that. June. When will you know for sure that you're doing it?
Well, June the 12th. Well, we've taken the booking.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're going to say. I suppose you just got to see how it goes. You realise you'll have to start rehearsing to some degree.
Well, I realise because I don't know any of the fucking songs. Yes, I can't remember anything.
Yes, you do. You just played some earlier.
I have not played my guitar. I won't have played for 18 months by the time we get to that gig.
February, March, April, May. You've got 3 months to start practicing.
I know, but you know what happens with musos? We're all pig-idled, so we all leave it till the last day before.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
It's what we do.
Have you got your crack band lined up? What are you going for this time?
I've got Ben.
Ben, the almost policeman Ben.
Yeah. Eh?
The guy who wanted to be a copper, Ben.
Yeah, he's a university lecturer now.
Is he lecturing in what?
Mechanics.
You mean car mechanics? Or?
Yeah, he became a mechanic.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So now he's lecturing at a college.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you've got Ben on keyboards and singing.
Yeah.
You playing guitar.
Yeah.
You've obviously got Sue. Have you got Gemma, or is it Donna?
No, I've got Gemma. Well, I've got Rita.
Oh yeah, Rita, of course. Yeah, Rita. Yeah.
And Gemma's turning up. So I'll make Gemma get up.
Oh, so you've got you, Ben, Sue, and Rita.
And yeah.
When Gemma will turn up and have a bit of
Gemma will turn up.
Yeah, I forgot about Rita. Yeah,
have a sing. And anybody else who turns up can have a sing.
Yeah, because that Rita, she's always cheerful, isn't she?
She's very good.
Yeah.
And she's lovely girl, Rita.
Her cheerfulness on stage counteracts your misery.
What misery? I'm never miserable.
Balances.
You name me one time I've ever been miserable.
You know, I was just thinking just that time when I came to see you, you were playing at what's that place in Blurton, the Cuckoo, when you were playing a little solo bit and a guy came on, a bald guy, bit of a gut, bit like the only gay in the village, with his partner, and he started dancing with him, and your face was like, and you went, hey, it's not fucking Benidorm, you know. You know, the show Benidorm. I think he was stealing your thunder because you were trying to do a little piece and I could see you going, this bastard's taking my limelight.
I didn't think that. I didn't think that at all.
No, I know that, but it's just the way it came across. I remember saying to Kerry, this could go two ways, you know, but he loved it. Yeah. See, that was a nice gig. The Cuckoo's a good venue, I think. Yeah,
they've gone, the landlord and landlady have. So I said to Rita, I said, if you're going to start taking gigs, you might as well phone the Cuckoo up. And she phoned me back and said, new landlord and landlady, new people taking over. So
8 bands.
Oh, I hope not, because I like the Cuckoo. It's a nice venue to play.
Yeah, it might be a landlord who likes knitting evenings. Oh, well. It's a new pub night out.
It's always a new broom, isn't it? So you never know.
I suppose it's just another case you've got to go in and say when you're giving your fee, it's like, how much? I never pay more than X.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's like I always say that when you start a pub band, it's like you have to convince. It's getting a gig at Wembley Arena is easier than getting a gig in a local pub.
It is.
Yeah, you've got to. Now they say, have you got a Blu-ray DVD of yourself playing somewhere in front of at least 10,000 people? Otherwise, I can't pay you more than £100.
What's his name? Steve. Oh God.
Pepper.
No, Steve, the singer, really good singer.
Steve. Sings
in the
Hazy.
Free.
Steve Grattan.
Steve Grattan. He's a lovely bloke, Steve.
Absolutely, ultimate bad ultimate. Really bad company.
Bad cunts.
Really bad company.
Bad cunts.
No, really bad company.
Is it?
Really,
is it really bad?
Very bad company.
Is it very bad?
Very bad company. It's got a bad company tribute band.
He said, "Do I know anybody who's who can get some gigs from for his band?"
Well, he can.
He's got a good band.
You say, yeah, you. He knows how to get gigs.
Well, you just thought, but
he's been a bit lazy.
It would take giving me a list of all the gigs they did, and they're all shut and not being reopened.
Well, see, one of my neighbour who actually, her partner died of COVID, and they were publicans at one point, and she said she thought like about a quarter of all pubs are going to vanish, you know.
Yeah, they will.
Then it's just conjecture, isn't it? Cause
you want to get your cup if you want a drink?
No, I've got to get going soon.
Oh, okay.
You're liking that, aren't you?
What's that?
That surface.
It's I do like this mat because it's really soft
like
for the guitars.
A cat with a new ball.
Well, it's nice and soft for the guitars. This is.
Well, it's a yoga,
the reason I'm doing all this, keeping it getting the clean again.
You can sleep on this, Doug. You can get yourself on this tonight. Probably have the best night's sleep you've had for a year.
I don't think so. My bed's about 13 or 14 inches thick.
Doesn't mean it's any good.
It does. It's got a lovely topper on it.
Do you like soft and squashy?
Anyway, while we're on guitars, as we're not on guitars, but people do watch it for guitar things. What I've done here with this Telecaster.
All right.
Well, let's just talk guitars a second. Let's be serious a minute. Is I put the frets in. Now I've glued the frets in. Don't always glue frets in. But I didn't used to ever glue frets in when I had the factory.
Sorry, just your seriousness was shocking me for a second. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do glue the frets in now.
Well, that's nice. Extra.
Very weak glue.
Extra value for the customers.
Yeah, but it's extra value. But I clamp them as well, and now I've made these. If you look at the end, if you photograph the end, you've got 2 rails. So any guitar builders want to copy this, you're fine to do so. Make sure that this is level. It's got to be super level. That's why I've used inch ply, and it is super level. And then I've put 2 rails angled down the ends, so that it presses on the ends of the frets.
Are they rubbery?
All the way down. No, they're not rubbery. They're ebony.
Ebony.
So them are ebony. They keep the shape and the size and everything else.
Yeah.
So we press I've knocked them in with the hammer.
Yeah.
And now we're pressing them in to make sure that they're seated properly
at the edges.
And at the edges, yeah.
Very good.
So if you're going to do them, boys and girls and big ones, you're making your own guitars, make sure that you do a lot of things like I'm trying to tell you, because I've experimented over the years and I have been building guitars a long time.
Can I ask you something?
A long time.
Yeah,
a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
Well, you'll be getting the telegram from the Queen soon, so
I will, yes.
It's that long, yeah.
Yeah.
If the frets have just been glued in and hammered in appropriately, why do you need to do this? What's the added value?
Just in case one springs. Frets can spring out the ends. If you haven't got the...
Multi-frets?
If you get the fret slot,
yeah,
just a little bit slack.
Yeah.
And it's quite easily to happen with you when you saw.
Yeah.
Now I use, I've got a fantastic saw as you've seen before.
Mr. Dick's, yeah.
Mr. Dick's made, and it's fantastically accurate and everything else, and it saws the right width on them.
Yeah.
Right, but once you've sawn those, I always then shape the fingerboard. So it might mean you might have to open the frets a little bit more,
just a tiny
deeper,
bit, yeah.
with a little fret saw.
Yeah, very good.
And then, if you do get if the frets, or you use different fret wires for different jobs, and they vary on the width.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll spring. They won't go in tight. You don't want them in too tight anyway, because if you have them in too tight, you'll bend the neck back.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Okay? Which isn't a great problem anymore with two-way truss rods. But I still work on keeping it straight.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And I've made these. I've got one for basses as well.
Yeah.
Was longer. I'll get one. I'll show you.
Yeah.
There you go. And that does basses.
Very
and that's the rails. Look, you see the ebony rails.
Yeah.
There's your piece of wood, dead straight.
Yeah.
And that will press in on a bass.
Well,
if I'm doing a wider bass, like a 6-string bass, I've got a wider one down here as well, for just that purpose. But you don't need to see that. They're all the same. So that's that, and that's what I've done.
Very good.
Okay. So I try to ensure everything's the same. I use a compound, which is why I can't use a full curve exactly the same, because I use compound curves.
Yeah.
And on this one, it's 9.5 inch radius there.
15.
16 there.
16?
16 there.
Oh. I thought it was 15 at the...
Well, it is sometimes, but it's now 16 a lot of the time.
16 at 21st?
Yes.
Yeah. Jolly good.
But that will cover any kind of compound radius you want, because it's only pressing at the edges.
Yeah, even that was obvious to me.
Yeah.
Very good. Right, just winding up quickly then, because we have to go.
So there was us being serious for a moment, boys and girls and big ones.
It's a bit...
Now off.
It's very stressful.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Really?
Hey?
Sorry?
Cup of tea? I'm having a cup of tea.
Do you want a cup of tea?
I want a cup of tea now. I've got a claggy throat now.
The Luthier's... the Luthier's terminology book comes out again. A claggy throat. I've been picking up some of your Luthier's terminology.
Terminology, yeah.
It's a bit warm in here, Doug.
Well, we've got the door open. Aren't you glad it's warm in here, though? Because that means we're heading into spring.
Yeah, it's been very pleasant today, actually.
And I love spring. Everybody loves spring. They tell me somebody doesn't like spring and we'll kill them.
I like spring onions, for sure.
Oh, I like them. Yes. So we've just got a bit of polishing to do on the Macaferri.
Yeah.
We've got to spray the Rickenfucking-backer.
Yeah.
I don't know who named all these guitars with these filthy names, but anyway.
What about the motherfucking Telecaster over there?
Oh, yeah.
You know, language is actually...
Well, you started me off.
No, but you've made me worse. I'm approaching retirement age in 10 years. I'm going to be retiring in shame. being in them. Right, Doug.
Okay.
Obviously, we're only joking. Aren't we?
Yeah, well, we just give them a nice handy tip for any budding guitar builders out there who want to, if they're going to do it right. That's the other tip.
If you're going to do it.
Yeah, do it right. So you've got to have a lot of decent tools. You can make a guitar with a knife and fork. It's obvious because I've done it virtually. But
Well, you've got a knife and fork in your leg, haven't you?
yeah. But the thing about it is you've got to have the right things around you. They don't have to be expensive tools, but as long as you've got decent tools, and you keep your chisel very sharp.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than having a really dull chisel, honestly, because you'll make so many mistakes with it.
I agree.
Because you're forcing it to try and do things. It's
like a trauma to wood.
Yes, it is.
Instead of caressing.
That's right.
Gently caressing the wood.
So, and even with the best cutters.
Yes.
And I use the best cutters, the spiral cutters. You can see with a brand new spiral cutter, it still burns occasionally.
Burns, yeah.
Burns the wood. And that one, that's a different spiral cutter. That was the brand new cutter, which doesn't. That's that cutter was about £120 just the cutter.
I suppose it burns because it's not sharp enough.
It's just starting losing its edge.
Yeah. So it's just friction then, isn't it?
So they're both spiral cutters. I've used them. That had all been cut on the overhead router I've got over there.
Yeah.
As is the edge. Right?
Yes.
The edge binding slot's been cut with that, which
Yeah.
sits on the bench, goes upsy
That's
downsy.
correct. Upsy downsy, yeah.
Yeah, and that one was cut by hand with a handheld router with a jig on it.
Of course.
And that's got the £120 cutter in it, spiral. But you see, even that's burnt a little bit.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep your tools very sharp and do your best. You can make all your tools for building a guitar with if you've got just a cheap router.
I agree.
Everything else you can make. But make sure that you've got good tools. Don't try anything with crap.
Yeah. That could be another one of your strap lines. It's not crap.
No. So I know I say I made it by hand because I can't use the machines. A lot of the times I don't want to use the machine. You know, I did set all the machines up in the factory that would do a lot of the jobs, the roughing out work.
Yeah.
But I like to shape I've always shaped the necks by hand. I like to do that. I've even had a cutter made for it. I had the factory. I'll show you the cutting. That will cut a perfect one of my necks, perfect on a perfect cut every time.
Yeah, it baffles me how these cutters work. They look like things. The shape of the cutter.
Yeah.
It's baffling to me how you end up getting the cut that you get with the shape.
Well, you get the half round with that. You see, so you do one side and then the other.
Yeah.
But when you put that in that machine, and you starts going round, you run.
Run.
Yeah, run. Because it's so fucking loud.
Ah, I see.
And it sounds like it's going to take off like a jet.
Yeah.
So I don't use it.
That's when you put your...
I've used it. It's still sharp because I've only ever used it once in the factory.
Just wear ear protections.
Yes.
What?
Pardon?
Yeah.
So there you go. There's that. There's loads of jigs down there I've made in the past.
Never mind.
Millions of them down under there.
I'll be honest with you, I'm falling asleep now.
Okay, well you turn yourself off. I told you to fuck off ages ago anyway.
Well, now I want to.
Good. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea.
Okay.
See how the cricket's doing.
Well, even the dog's had enough.
Yes, she has.
Right, say goodbye then.
Bye-bye.